All right, welcome everyone out to Van Sessions here at the Monarch Building, home to artisans and creatives in the heart of Ogden's Nine Rails Arts District. My name is R. Brandon Long, alongside Todd Obendorfer. We're the Banyan Collective, and this is Van Sessions. Van Sessions is proud to partner with Ogden City Arts, the Monarch, and Roosters Brewing. And I got to tell you the name of the Roosters beer after your first song, because it's the weirdest thing. And it tastes fantastic. It's very fallish. They just canned it yesterday. Find all Van Sessions podcasts simply searching Van Sessions or on YouTube at the Banyan Collective. So share the love tonight. Tag us at Van Sessions in your social media posts, and that helps us out a lot. So now on Van Sessions, this is Josaleigh Pollett.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
I have noticed the older that I get, that all that romance is connecting over heartbrokenness. And I remember my first love covered in dirt, and I was studying his body like my vocabulary words. And my first boyfriend, he bought my car on Craigslist. And my first boyfriend, he bought my car on Craigslist. Did you know that I am over 6 feet tall? Well, of course you don't, 'cause you only know me from the internet, so you don't know me at all. It's like falling on ice when you're already sick, and your boots have worn through their traction, and your fever, it anticipates the hit. And my first boyfriend, he bought my car on Craigslist. And my first boyfriend, he bought my car on Craigslist.
So good. All right, Josaleigh, your lyrics are amazing.
Thank you.
I love them so much.
Thank you so much.
Do you write first, or do you pick up the guitar? Like, how do you put a song together? What's your...
It's tricky. My method changes every couple of years depending on what's going on in my life. It used to be it used to be that I would just sit down with a guitar and I'd write the melody and the lyrics and everything all at once, and then I'd be done and say, okay, that song's done with. Cool.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've tried to be a little bit more meticulous with it, and I'll write a lot of lyrics first and try and sift through all the craziness, and then once I feel good about where the lyrics are, I'll sit down and hopefully write a good melody for them.
Okay, so how many lyrics are sitting around your house in your notebooks that you still need to put to song?
Oh, so many. I try not to think about them. My notes app on my phone is a graveyard currently, but sometimes I go back and I dig in, and something that didn't work at one time becomes much easier to write about much later. So
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm gonna, maybe you can write a lyric about this, but it's gonna be hard because this Roosters beer, the name, I don't know if you guys have seen this Roosters beer, the name of it, it's Cosmic Autumn Rebellion.
Ooh.
Cosmic Autumn Rebellion, and it is a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie ale.
Wow. That sounds
right?
amazing.
So they just canned them, so they're down at Roosters if you guys want to get some Roosters. But yeah, I could totally see that as like my new single is Cosmic Autumn Rebellion. Like, that's kind of wild.
I mean, that describes like where my headspace is at pretty well, so I like it.
Oh, I like that. Well, thanks for playing on Van Sessions, a slightly smaller stage than Twilight. So how was that?
It was great. It was nerve-wracking and amazing and exhilarating, and I'm really glad it's over.
Well, yeah, it's probably surreal, looking to see, that many people watching you, which is kind of fun.
It was the biggest crowd I've ever played for, and it was easy to just imagine a small crowd like this. That's how I got through it. It was just like, okay, there's like 10 people here. It's fine.
Right.
It's
Oh,
fine.
I love it so much. All right, let's hear song number 2.
Perfect. Tongue-tied, being quiet a lot, building up pressure, pretending there's not an ocean between us. Did I ask, can you swim? I've lost myself often, I'll do it again, like I knew I would, like I tend to do. What is it you like? I could like that too. We are two different mouths speaking different languages. Our hearts built on words that the other can't understand. To hold me can't fix it, though you try every night. I am speaking in tongues. You will put up a fight like we learned it was, like we thought we knew before. You and I could be me and you. All anyone ever needed to give me was a song that I could read into. listen on repeat, crying, what could this mean? Turns out you only liked it for the tempo.
Ah.
Thank you.
Josaleigh Pollett on Van Sessions. You had an album come out. You have a pandemic album.
I have a pandemic album that was not supposed to be a pandemic album.
Oh no! What happened? So was it supposed to be earlier or later?
Yeah, it was released on March 13th of 2020, which was the same day I got sent home from my office for what was supposed to be 2 weeks and has now been a year and a half.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So the album "No Woman Is the Sea."
Yes.
Well, it sucks because that's pandemic. So I don't know if that was received well, or like how do you gauge it during a pandemic year?
It was really tricky, and looking at it now, I actually feel really grateful for the timing of it, because it wasn't this big bang of, album release shows and a tour. It was really quiet, and the people that listened to it were stuck in their houses and didn't have a lot of other things to do. And so I feel like the reach that it got was a little more subtle and a little more impactful in a lot of ways, at least to me, at least to the people that were like, hey, everything is awful, but I really liked your new album. That felt really good.
That's the best compliment.
One little benefit of the hell year we just went through.
I love it. Well, you told me earlier you almost sold out of the album's almost sold out.
Yeah. We printed the vinyl of it. Lavender Vinyl is a little record store just down the street from where we are right now, and owned by really dear friends of mine that put out my record. They put out my record before from 2017 as well. They helped me press it on vinyl, and it was kind of a really cool collaboration. And yeah, we've almost sold out, and I've only just started playing shows for this record this last month, so it's wild. It feels really good.
Yeah, that's a long time to have an album out there and not play live music for.
Yeah, I had a lot of trips to the post office.
Yeah. Well, that's not such a bad thing,
Yeah,
I guess.
it was good to get out of the house once in a while.
What's your favorite description that you've read of your own album?
Oh, that's a really good question. I really like Mary Culbertson wrote the first review of the record. She works for Slug magazine, and she wrote, I'm going to quote it terribly, but something about how Josaleigh writes about everyday things through the eyes of grief. And as heartbreaking as that sounds, I feel like it was really a good way to describe it. It was like, yeah, everybody goes through these things, but wow, they're really heartbreaking, and we don't talk about that enough.
Yeah, we need a space for that. So
yes,
that's good.
Exactly.
Tell us about this next song.
This next song is from that record. It's probably my most fun to play from that record. It's called Crying Wolf. Usually I play it on the electric guitar, so we're going to jam it the acoustic tonight.
It is Van Sessions, so yeah.
Exactly. We're unplugging. To my left, there is a loner who does not want to be alone. To my right, there is a lioness who is building her house in my home. So who am I in the middle with my emptiness? Yeah, and who am I in the middle all alone? While the loner and the lioness are planning what to build with my bones. So are you sad enough to say that you're sorry? I made it new, and I dig in to my emptiness. You know, I tried to keep it from growing, but my heart has always had a bite to it. Something dark, there is pleasure in knowing. So who am I in the middle with my chest open? Yeah, and who am I in the middle crying wolf? While the loner was sleeping off his hunger, I asked the lioness to swallow me whole. So are you sad enough to say that you're sorry? Are you sad enough to say that you're sorry? Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks so
Josaleigh
much.
Pollett on Van Sessions. Okay, so Josaleigh, you have family in the audience here tonight.
Sure do.
What's the cheat factor on growing up in a family that's musical and kind of gives you a head start a little bit?
Oh, a huge cheat factor. Every time people ask me how I got into music, I just tell them that I didn't have a choice. It was just a matter of what
Yeah.
kind of music. It's great. Growing up in a home where there's always something new playing at every moment of the day could drive a lot of people crazy, but I loved it, and it's taught me some great habits that I've taken into my adult life.
Do you remember when you first started liking the music that was not played in the home?
That was not created in the home?
Yeah, or maybe that your parents didn't listen to. When did you begin to create your own sound and like your own stuff?
Yeah, well, I'm really grateful in that my parents were always really encouraging me to go to shows and to, go dig through the bargain bin at Graywell and pick something that looks cool.
It's the best, yeah.
And I don't remember a time when that wasn't my reality. So as soon as I could, I think my first own CD purchase that was a parental advisory record was the Yeah Yeah Yeahs Fever to Tell.
Oh,
And
wow,
I
yeah.
think I was 11.
Ooh.
That one really sticks out in my brain. But even before that, if I liked it, it was on the radio. Even if my dad hated it, we'd still be listening to it. So.
Oh, I love it, and I think I should probably tell everyone my first tape cassette.
Yes.
I think was it was not Iron Maiden. It was Bang Your Head, Clap Your Feet, or something. I think that's what. And then I went straight to Erasure. I don't know what happened, but there was a shift. So yeah, Twisted Sister also on tape, and then straight to I think it was UB40 and Erasure were my next tapes. So isn't that fun how that works out?
I love
That's so
that.
weird. Yeah. Okay, so take us out. One last song. Tell us what this one is. And thanks so much for being with us here on Van Sessions.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be doing this. It's a beautiful night, and this space is just really cool. This last song is a track off of the newer record from last year. It's called Miles of Isles, and it is about splitting up your record collection after a breakup and how not fun that is.
Awesome.
The sadness is coming in like an interrupted conversation with an old friend. Yet somehow there's comfort in the way it feels to be alone again. Just when I I thought that I was immune. I'm reading a home of the traces of you. Please don't ask me how I'm doing. Won't somebody ask me how I'm doing? And it hit me the hardest, seeing all your things in a new apartment. Why did you ask me to come over? You know I will not have the same space to recover. Do you remember when we moved in? And I said we're married now as I mixed the records in. Today I saw it on your floor, my copy of Miles of Vials from 1974. I said, hey, that's my copy of Miles of Vials from 1974. Just when I thought that I was immune, I'm reading a home of the traces of you. Please don't ask me how I'm doing. Won't somebody ask me how I'm doing? Just don't ask me how I'm doing. Won't somebody ask me how I'm doing? Been falling asleep to the sounds of a plastic ocean, filling the holes in the walls that you made. Everything that I love is now tainted with you. Everything that I love is now tainted with you. Everything that I love is now tainted with you. Everything that I love is now tainted with you.
Wow. So freaking good. Josaleigh Pollett on Van Sessions. Thanks, Josaleigh. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, stick around. We got Fur Foxing up here at 8 o'clock, and we have a poetry reading in just a few minutes. So thanks again.